And where were the members of this council while the murderer threatened their king?
Were you also threatened, Your Grace?
I could have been!
This month, there's talk that HBO might be developing a Game of Thrones prequel focusing on Aegon Targaryen's conquest of Westeros. If this prequel is true, Aegon's conquest is one of the biggest events in Targaryen history. Aegon, a dragon lord from Valyria, led the charge to conquer the Seven Kingdoms. He wasn't alone, though. His sister wives, Visenya and Rhaenys, his 3 dragons, and a small army helped out. The Targaryens arrived at the Blackwater Rush in 2 BC, and within 2 years had taken over 6 of the 7 kingdoms. Dorne stayed independent during and after the conquest, and only joined the realm later through the marriage of Aegon's descendant, Princess Daenerys Targaryen, to Prince Meryn Martell of Dorne. Aegon's quest is a thrilling part of Game of Thrones history, filled with fascinating characters. One of the most intriguing characters is definitely Aegon Targaryen, and I think Timothée Chalamet would be a fantastic choice for the role. His performance as Hal in The King was just amazing. Aegon Targaryen, the founder of the Targaryen dynasty in Westeros, was only 25 when he got ready for the conquest. Born in 27 BC at Dragonstone to Aerion Targaryen and Valena Valerian, he had the classic Targaryen look with his purple eyes and silver gold hair, reminding everyone of his Valyrian roots. Even though fans have been hoping to see Henry Cavill as Aegon, Timothée Chalamet from Netflix's The King seems like a better fit. Chalamet really shone as he portrayed the transformation of Hal, the Prince of Wales, into King Henry V, showing that he's got the chops to bring Aegon's complex character to life. For the next character, I think Emma Corrin would totally nail Visenya Targaryen's complexity. In FX's A Murder at the End of the World, Emma Corrin's character Darby notices something off, which hints at her talent for picking up on subtleties. Visenya Targaryen, Aegon's older sister and wife, was a fierce warrior in her late 20s during the conquest. She was known for her sword-fighting skills and tough demeanor in battle, but she also had a passionate side behind closed doors. Emma Corrin seems perfect for this role, as they've shown they can handle complex characters. Corrin gained acclaim for their portrayal of Princess Diana in Season 4 of The Crown, winning a Golden Globe and earning an Emmy nomination. Since then, they've taken on prominent roles, including leading FX's A Murder at the End of the World and playing the supervillain Cassandra Nova in Deadpool and Wolverine. With their impressive range, Corrin is definitely well-suited to bring Visenya's multifaceted character to life. For the other sister, I think Emelia Jones would be perfect as Rhaenys Targaryen. Rhaenys, the youngest Targaryen sibling, contrasts sharply with her older sister Visenya. While Rhaenys wasn't afraid to dive into battle on her dragon Meraxes, she also embraced her more artistic and gentle side off the battlefield. She loved the arts and had a playful, sometimes impulsive nature. Emelia Jones seems like an ideal choice to capture this blend of youthful energy and depth. Jones is best known for her roles in Lock and Key and the Academy Award-winning film Coda, where she played Ruby Rossi, a young girl navigating her identity within a deaf family. Her powerful performance in Coda and her musical talent, which mirrors Rhaenys' love for music and poetry, make her a great fit for the role of Rhaenys. Up next, I think Tom Brittney would be a great fit for Orys Baratheon in terms of both appearance and mannerisms. The Baratheons in Game of Thrones were known for their imposing and sometimes self-centered traits, though the show sometimes differed from the book's portrayal. Orys Baratheon, the founder of House Baratheon and a key figure during Aegon's conquest, had the classic Baratheon look with black hair and eyes. He was a formidable warrior and fiercely loyal to Aegon, with some even speculating that he was Aegon's illegitimate brother. Although Orys was about 18 to 20 years old during the conquest, Tom Brittney, who was in his early 30s, could still fit the role well. Brittney has already showcased his reliability and loyalty as Reverend Will Davenport in Grantchester, even if his character lacked the vengeful edge of Orys. Moving on, I believe Pip Torrens would be a solid choice to play Lauren Lannister. The Lannisters' tale is celebrated in The Reigns of Castamere, but the show Game of Thrones didn't capture every aspect of the great house from the books. Lauren Lannister, the last King of the Rock and an ancestor of Cersei, Jaime and Tyrion, was a relatively good king during a time of peace. When Aegon sought to unify the kingdoms, Loren allied with Gardner to protect their realms. Pip Torrens has a track record of playing characters who uphold tradition but have good intentions. His role as Tommy Lascelles in The Crown showed a mix of sternness and deep commitment to his country. Torrens has the gravitas to bring Loren Lannister's complex character to life. Moving on, Lenny James would be a great pick for the role of Gardner. Gardner, who tried to save the Reach from Conquest, ultimately failed in his efforts and made some questionable decisions that led to his house's downfall. Unlike Loren Lannister, Mern's decisions were less successful and ended with his family's extinction. He even brought his living heirs into battle with him, all of whom were killed, leading to the Tyrells taking over as Lords of Highgarden. Lenny James, known for his role as Morgan Jones in The Walking Dead, has shown he can handle complex characters and intense situations. Even though Morgan was an American role, James managed to bring depth to the character's struggles and decisions. With his impressive experience in film, TV, and stage, James is well equipped for a prestigious British role in a Game of Thrones spin-off. Next, Joel Edgerton would be a great fit for Torrhen Stark. The Starks are central heroes in Game of Thrones, embodying honor and resilience through tough times. While the show altered some aspects of the Northern House, Torrhen Stark, known as the King Who Knelt, stands out for his pivotal role. Torrhen was the last official king in the North until Robb Stark later revived Northern independence. Unlike Robb, Torrhen chose to kneel before Aegon to prevent further bloodshed, despite facing criticism from his own people. Though Torrhen's exact age isn't specified, he might be in his 40s or 50s, given his daughter's age. Joel Edgerton, who falls into this age range, has the right demeanor for Torrhen, showing both a stern and compassionate side. Edgerton's past roles, like Uncle Owen in Star Wars and Brendan Conlon in Warrior, capture a similar essence to Torrhen's character. Moving on, Brendan Gleeson would be perfect for the role of Harren Hoare. He, the last king of the Isles and the Rivers, is remembered for his stubborn pride and the loss of his kingdom. His unyielding arrogance and disastrous rule make him a standout example of a ruler who was due for a downfall. Brendan Gleeson's impressive range makes him an ideal choice for this role. He's shown his ability to handle intense and multifaceted characters, from the brooding Colm Doherty in The Banshees of Inisherin to the boisterous Mad-Eye Moody in the Harry Potter series. Gleeson has the chops to bring to life Harren Hoare's larger-than-life, tyrannical personality. Next, I think Marlene Forte would be a great choice to play Maria Martell. She is the Princess of Dorne and one of the few who truly stood up to Aegon's conquest. Despite facing 3 dragons, she never surrendered Dorne and relied on guerrilla tactics rather than traditional battles. Her confidence in her people's ability to resist made her a standout character. Casting for Maria can be challenging due to her description in the source material as fat, blind, and almost bald. However, as House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones have shown, appearances aren't everything. Marlene Forte, known for her role as the formidable Celia Flores in Fear the Walking Dead Season 2, has the perseverance and strong-willed presence needed for Maria. And at last, Richard Armitage would be an excellent choice for Argilac Durrandon. The last Storm King and a central antagonist in the story is portrayed as a warrior king past his prime. Richard Armitage, known for his role as Thorin Oakenshield in The Hobbit, fits this description perfectly. Despite playing a dwarf in those films, Armitage is 6'2" and has the imposing presence needed for a menacing ruler of the Stormlands. Game of Thrones has shown that actors with a background in fantasy and medieval dramas, like Sean Bean and Karis Van Houten, can bring depth to such roles. Armitage's experience and physicality would make him a compelling Argilac Durrandon. Well, that's it for today. What do you think of our casting choices? Do you agree with our picks or have your own suggestions for these iconic roles? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on the latest in fantasy and entertainment. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next one.